So Liverpool play Arsenal tomorrow night. This is the team that I think we should play in order to beat Arsenal. So obviously with our terrible form at the moment, I do think we need to make a change. Arsenal, we're away from home. They're going to be out straight away. If we play like we did against Fulham, I think we're going to get battered. So if I was Slot, this is the team that I would play. Starting off in goal, obviously Alisson Becker. There's no one really else that we would pick at the moment. Moving on to the right back position, I would go over Jeremy Frimpong. I'm choosing Frimpong over Bradley just because I feel like I want to see a bit of a change. Obviously Frimpong's been playing at the right wing position while Salah's been away when he's been coming on. I just feel like he's more suited to the right back position. Obviously he's great at going up and down the pitch, but I also do want to see a bit more differently, and I feel like he's more naturally suited to the right back position. Obviously he had a great assist against Fulham with the goal for Gakpo, but I feel in that game he was trying to take on players a lot up the field and it sort of wasn't working for him. So I just want to see him in the right back position because I've seen him there before. He's played well and that's who I would choose. Obviously centre back, there's no other choice than Van Dijk and Konate. I think Leone is sort of getting back in the gym and getting back into swimming and stuff, so that's a good sign. Obviously he won't be back in the team for a while, but it's a good sign that he's starting to get back. Left back, I'm going to go with Milos Kerkez. I've been liking what I'm seeing from Kerkez the past few games. I think it's more to do with the fact that Gakpo's not playing left wing. It's giving Kerkez the freedom to overlap, get them crosses in, and he's, I feel, more defensively strong without Gakpo. A lot of people would put Robertson in, and I wouldn't say that's a bad thing putting Robertson in. Obviously, he's been great too. But I just think for this game, I think we just need a bit more defensive and attackingness, so that's why I'm going to go for Milos Kerkez. Moving on to the midfield, I think if we're going to beat Arsenal, we need a good midfield. Otherwise, Arsenal will just run straight through us. So this is what I would do. I think Ryan Gravenberch could play great if he played in the actual CDM position with two centre mids in front of him. I would go with Curtis Jones and Dominic Szoboszlai. But for this match, I think he'll probably play McAllister because we don't have a right winger and he's not going to play Chiesa. So we'll probably put Dominic Szoboszlai in the right wing position. However, I do think Gravenberch, McAllister and Curtis Jones would be the midfield that I'd play. We could see Dominic Szoboszlai in a cam position and have sort of four midfielders, as obviously then we'd have a strong midfield, but I don't think Slot will do that. I think Curtis Jones needs to start. I know some people aren't too keen on him. When he's off the ball, he's constantly moving around, getting back to defend. Obviously, like I said, some people aren't keen on him, but we also don't have too much option for the midfield, so I would go with Curtis Jones. McAllister's been off it a bit these past few games, so we could see Szoboszlai playing centre mid. But McAllister, obviously he's got the experience, so I'm going to put McAllister in centre mid with a pairing of Curtis Jones. Left wing, I'm going to go for Florian Wirtz. Obviously been playing there the past few games. I think he's got that much more freedom to cut in, to get the goals, get the assists that he's been getting the past few games. Obviously if Gakpo does start, we might see Florian Wirtz in the cam position or the sort of centre forward. But he sort of did that against Fulham, intertwined them a bit with Gakpo down the middle. Obviously we don't know if Ekitike's fit. If Ekitike is fit, I'd put him in the striker position for this game. But I've heard that there's some rumours that he's not going to be back and ready for Arsenal's game. So I do think he'll probably play Gakpo. I just think we need to see a bit more from Gakpo if he is playing. He always tries to cut in his right foot, takes a shot from distance. But if he just looks up, makes the pass, we can be in. However, I do feel Wirtz and Ekitike's pairing and chemistry is a lot better than with Gakpo. Moving on to the right wing position, obviously with Mo Salah being absent and Slot not wanting to start Chiesa, I think we will see Dominic Szoboszlai in the right wing position. He did sort of play there a bit last game, a bit floating around into the midfield, but sort of when Frimpong came on, he sort of took over as the right wing position. But I think for us to win this, I think if Chiesa's not going to start, which Slot isn't going to do, I think we'll have to see Dominic Szoboszlai there. Obviously, like I said, we can see Szoboszlai sort of drifting towards the middle, which I won't mind if he does that. We could play sort of a two up front with Wirtz and Ekitike, or Gakpo if Ekitike's not fit, and have sort of Szoboszlai as sort of a cam, and then with the Curtis Jones and McAllister pairing in the middle, and then Gravenberch behind them. I think that could work really well. I don't think Slot will play that formation though, because he's very stubborn with what he does, but I just think we need to see a change, so this is what I'm thinking we should do. Obviously, there's been some heat in the background with Rio and Gamoa, with Slot and Richard Hughes. But I just think if he does come on, I think he needs to come on sort of 60th, 70th minute. Don't give him 5 minutes at the end where he can do nothing if we're chasing the goal. I just think it's a bit unfair on Gamoa. We've seen how good he is on the ball, and we've seen the creativity that he's got. Obviously, he scored against Newcastle. Why not give him a chance around the 70th minute, see what he can do against Arsenal? But yeah, I really don't see us winning this game other than winning 1-0 and possibly scraping a 2-1 if they do get a goal. If they get multiple goals and we're chasing goals, I really don't see us scoring. But yeah, that's my team that I think we can use to beat Arsenal. Let me know what you guys think and if you agree and what your team would be. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. And also, if you could check out my TikTok, I do a lot of shorts on there about football and darts. So if you like the darts as well, make sure you check that out.